Good evening, YouTube. How's everybody out there doing tonight? We wrapped up week one last night with an exciting Raiders-Ravens game. It was a fun overtime thriller. And as we come out of week one, a lot of initial overreactions, maybe some underreactions, but a lot of great stories. It was filled with a lot of really interesting storylines, a lot of surprises, and a lot of things that probably didn't surprise a lot of us. But I want to get to some of my top takeaways as we head out of week one and we start to look ahead towards week two and kind of see how the season's going to begin to unfold in the first quarter. So we'll jump right to it. The first thing that jumped out to me over the course of the weekend was the Cleveland Browns. What an incredibly talented roster. We all knew that heading into the season, but they gave the Chiefs all they could handle. My prediction was that the Browns were going to win. They should have won. And I think what we came to the stark realization is the Achilles heel of this team is Baker Mayfield. I mean, it's crazy to think that this kid who was just a superstar in college, he can win in this league, but he's got to win in a certain kind of system. They've got to be able to run the ball. They've got to play with the lead, because when he's asked to win a game, it's a real problem for him. And he had a couple opportunities at the end of the game, 3 and out and a pick. It's really sad because Cleveland had that game. They should have won that game. They're going to run into Kansas City again, so hopefully next time for them it'll be a different outcome. But I think Cleveland's starting to come to the realization that they might have a problem at quarterback if they're really going to go to the next level. The next one, the Arizona Cardinals. What a surprise this was. I mean, Tennessee was my pick, still is my pick, to win the AFC South. The Arizona Cardinals, I said it in my preseason predictions. My biggest thing was, could they be physical enough? I started to feel like Chandler Jones might have been on a decline. They were as physical as could be with a big, rough, tough Titans team. They really shut down Derrick Henry. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks to open the season, and a couple of those came against an all-pro left tackle in Taylor Lewan. That was no chump on the left side of that line that he was taking to school. This guy wants to get paid. He wants a new contract, and boy, did he show it. On the other side of the ball on the offense, Kyler Murray executed to perfection. So I think it's a little overreaction that Tennessee is just not the team we thought they would be. Look, Bud Dupree, first game back from a torn ACL, right? Julio Jones was banged up last year, new offense. These guys are free agents coming over. Give the Titans and Mike Vrabel a little bit of time here. I think they'll be fine. But Arizona was very impressive. I'm excited to see what they're going to do moving forward. Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense, especially that passing attack, was very impressive. They came up short. That defense just can't stop anybody, even when they get 4 turnovers. But the Dallas offense, that passing attack was very impressive. Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper look to be in top form. I'm excited to see what Dallas does moving forward. But if they can't stop anybody, even without Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'm still sticking with the Redskins to win that division. I think they're better coaching, better defense. They can run the football. But Dallas did look good, and Dallas is going to be exciting this year. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Wow, I did not see this one coming. Going to Buffalo and upsetting the Bills. Look, they got outplayed by the Bills, and the Bills had their chances. But the reality is Mike Tomlin's a great coach, and the Steelers know how to win. It's just in their DNA, and they proved it on Sunday. They went in. T.J. Watt looked great, obviously showing that he's earned every penny of that big contract. Bravo to Art Rooney and them for getting it done. The Steelers' defense looked solid. I mean, they were a little bit bend but don't break. Their offensive line struggled. We all knew they would. And so we'll see how they improve moving forward. But they made the plays that mattered most. Chase Claypool came up with some big catches. Najee Harris had some good runs towards the end of the game as he started to break free a little bit. But going to Buffalo on the road at the beginning of the year, that's a huge win for Pittsburgh. A little bit of black eye for the Bills. So I thought that was very interesting. I mean, Pittsburgh's going to be a tough out. They may not be the division winner, but they're certainly no chumps. We need to watch out for the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers of Green Bay Packers. I mean, can you say awful, atrocious, embarrassing? I said it in my preseason predictions. I said that Minnesota was my team. Even though Minnesota lost to the Bengals, it's still my pick to win the division. The reality is, guys, this offensive line is taking multiple steps back. Okay, till David Bakhtiari gets back off the PUP list, then we'll see how he is then. They've got a gaping hole at left tackle. They let their Pro Bowl center walk in free agency, and they didn't do anything in the offseason to backfill those roles. So they're developing players at those positions right now. And Aaron Rodgers didn't practice with the team. Okay, I don't care if you're the reigning league MVP. He's off. He looked off, and quite frankly, there's a lot of people out there feel like he looked like he didn't care. You can read body language. Aaron Rodgers has always been kind of a stoic type guy. I don't believe Aaron Rodgers is a quitter. But it was a really interesting outcome to see not only Green Bay get beat, but absolutely beat down by the New Orleans Saints. That was huge. Keep our eye on the Packers to see how they're going to bounce back. And then Matthew Stafford and the Rams. I got to tell you guys, I expected to see pretty interesting things out of the Rams, but they wasted no time in hitting those home run balls. A couple of 50-yard plus touchdown passes. The Rams had 2 all of last year. They had 2 in this game against the Bears, a very solid defense that they just beat up. Matthew Stafford looks like a great fit in this offense if they can stay healthy, right? That roster is paper thin because it's so top-heavy and so expensive. If they can stay healthy, the Rams can make a serious run at this. Matthew Stafford looked great in his first game. And then the last thing I'll leave you with, guys, is this. All these great storylines. I'm excited. There were a lot of surprises for me, a lot of great surprises I was happy to see. And the last thing that's a consistent every single year, and it's going to be consistent this year, guys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they played bad. They're still the best team in this league. Rob Gronkowski is still Rob Gronkowski, and Tom Brady is still Tom Brady. He's still the GOAT, and he's still going to be right there at the end, so get used to it, guys. I appreciate it, everybody. We'll be back later this week with the Week 2 picks. Have a great night.